Okay, hi students. So in this video here, I'd like to discuss one thing in particular. It's about the moon, and it's the issue of the moon having a dark side in question number 16. Question 16 says, is there a dark side to the moon? So the issue is as follows here. This is the image of the moon that we normally see. So we see all of the dark Mary here that we discussed, and there's some lighter places here. And if you ever get a chance to look at the moon in some binoculars, which I highly recommend, you'll see all these craters and some things like that. But my point is that this is a view everyone always sees all the time. No matter where you are on Earth, you can be in North America, South America, Europe, England, Australia, whatever, China, it doesn't matter. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, this is the side of the moon that you see. Now, you'll see different percentages of the moon depending on the phase, and we'll talk about that in a few different lectures, but at the moment any fraction thereof or whole bit of the moon will be based on this side of the moon. And so the question is, if that's true, well, what is on the other side of the moon? Is there another side of the moon? I mean, there must be. The moon is a round ball-like object. There must be something on the other side. Why can't we ever see it? And is the reason why we can't see it is because it's dark all the time, or what? So that's what question 16 is about. Is there a dark side of the moon? Let me go back to my notes here. And so that's sort of the issue here. And so let me just draw something for you here, then I'll show you an actual model that I cooked up to show you in the next video. But it's sort of going to work like this. So we know then that the sun is right here, and the moon always reflects the sun's light. And so we're going to need the sun to be in the picture. So we'll sort of draw the sun there. And I guess the Earth is the blue planet, as I've done a few times. And so the Earth can be here. And this might be where you're standing at some evening here to see the moon. And I'll draw the moon kind of big at the moment. I know it's drawn bigger than the Earth, but I just want to make a point here about something, or maybe I can just make the Earth a little bigger. But of course now the Earth is as big as the sun. Okay, I'll end it there though. I'm just trying to, let's focus on the moon. Okay, so what happens in a figure like this is as the sun's light streams through the solar system, makes it past the Earth, say. Sometimes it doesn't, we'll talk about that, but in case it does, what it'll do here is it'll sort of light up this side of the moon. So this side of the moon, I'm just trying to draw this half here, being all lit up. And this side over here at the moment is all dark because there's no sunlight reaching it. So at the moment, I would say at this instant, there is a dark side to the moon because there is a side over here that isn't getting any light, and this side over here is getting light. So at the moment, there is a dark side of the moon. But I guess the question is, if this is the side that we always see, and let me just dress up my drawing a tad bit here by putting some Maria on it here. Looks like I'm sort of lost. Oh, there's my pen. By putting some Maria on it here, just to highlight, that's the part we see. So I'll just sort of draw some black lava splotches right there. So that'll be the Maria, not necessarily the dark side. We always see that side, but does it always have to be like that? Like, for instance, does this side always stay dark? Does it ever get any sunlight? Well, let me see if I can hit it this way. Let's just say that I had the moon right here, and suddenly the moon was moved over to here, you know, because the moon goes around in its orbit like this, right? So say the moon is moved and it's over here in its orbit now. See, what starts to happen then is that the sun's light that was sort of in the position I showed you earlier is going to be, it sort of goes in all directions like this, right? But now what it'll do, it'll sort of start hitting back there, and you can see it starts to hit that otherwise dark side of the moon. So I will say again, the moon did have a dark side. That side was dark just when it was here, but now that it's changed positions because it's orbiting around the Earth, you can see that different parts of it are going to start getting some sunlight. In particular, that side that was dark over here might actually start getting some sunlight. And so as the moon goes all the way around, you can see even when it gets to here, for example, there's plenty of opportunity for light to hit that dark side over there. And then as the moon keeps going around its orbit, there's different amounts of light that can actually hit that side that's otherwise dark just at the minute, just at that moment. So I'll get to question number 16. We'll get an initial answer out here just for the moment. Question 16. You can tell just by the simple geometry maybe that I'm drawing here that the preliminary answer is really no, there is no dark side to the moon. And the other thing that's even no fair about what I'm doing right here is remember that as the moon orbits around the sun like this, what does it also do? Think to yourself, what does the moon also do? Well, yeah, if you're thinking rotates, you'd be right about that because the moon is also rotating. And so what the moon could actually look like, say, let me get my colors going, what the moon could actually look like, say, by the time it gets over to here. If it's actually rotating, which it is, that side that was otherwise black might be all the way over to here. Now I'm only going to draw it black to indicate the direction of the rotation. Maybe this black side is rotated all the way over to here, in which case you can clearly see that plenty of sunlight will now just hammer that side that was black, but only black just over here, okay? Because what has happened here is, of course, the orbit continues, and let me get in a different color here. Just remember that the rotation, the circle here, also continues. So again, just on that note here, just by sort of watching the moon go and even rotating, so it rotates and rotates and rotates as it orbits and goes all the way around like that, there is just no way that one side of the moon can possibly hide from the sunlight. There's just no way. So even now on that reasoning, I'll draw another sort of no here. There's just again, another no for that side being dark. So the answer to question number 16 is, does the moon have a dark side, is no. And that's not meant to be this mega complicated answer, just based on some very straightforward geometry that I'm doing here of just thinking about the moon going around the earth and rotating it as it goes. There's no place a side could possibly hide. So just like nowhere to hide. So let's just get that answer out there right now. Question 16 is no. Now in the next video, I actually mocked up a little model of all this that I can show it to you using some actual objects. So stay tuned.